December 17th, 1939. A Soviet officer peers through his binoculars across a frozen Finnish forest. His orders are clear: find the sniper, kill him, at any cost. They've sent counter-snipers, artillery barrages, even bombers. Nothing works. In just 100 days, one man, a farmer with an old rifle, has killed over 500 Soviet soldiers. They call him the White Death, and he's about to become the deadliest sniper in human history. Welcome to WW2 War Files. Today's story is about Simo Häyhä, a Finnish farmer who became a legend. When the Soviet Union invaded Finland in 1939, they expected an easy victory. The Red Army had 1 million soldiers. Finland had 300,000. The Soviets had thousands of tanks and aircraft. Finland had determination, and they had Simo Häyhä. In temperatures dropping to minus 40 degrees Celsius, wearing nothing but a white camouflage suit, this 5-foot-tall farmer would lie motionless in the snow for hours, waiting for the perfect shot. By the time the war ended, he had 542 confirmed kills. Some estimates put the real number over 700. This is his story. Simo Häyhä was born in 1905 in a small Finnish village near the Russian border. He was a farmer, a hunter, a quiet man who loved the forest. He stood just 5 feet tall. He had no military ambition. He just wanted to tend his farm and live in peace. But Finland was caught between two giants, Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union. In 1939, Stalin demanded Finland surrender territory. Finland refused. On November 30th, 1939, the Soviet Union invaded with overwhelming force. The Winter War had begun. Simo was 34 years old when he was called to serve. He grabbed his rifle, a Finnish M28-30, a simple bolt-action weapon with iron sights, and reported for duty. His commanders looked at this short, quiet farmer and didn't expect much. They were wrong. Simo was assigned to the 6th Company of the 34th Infantry Regiment, defending the Kala River. The Soviets attacked in massive waves, confident in their numbers, but they didn't understand the terrain. They didn't understand the cold, and they didn't understand Simo Häyhä. On his first day, he killed his first Soviet soldier, then another and another. Within a week, his kill count was in the dozens. His fellow soldiers started to notice. The Soviets started to notice. What made Simo so deadly? First, he used iron sights. Most snipers use scopes, but scopes could fog up in extreme cold. They also reflected sunlight, giving away position. Simo relied on his natural marksmanship. Second, he stayed low. While other soldiers dug trenches, Simo lay flat in the snow, making himself nearly invisible. Third, he kept snow in his mouth. Why? So his breath wouldn't create a visible vapor cloud in the freezing air. Fourth, he poured water on the snow in front of him. It would freeze into ice, preventing snow from kicking up when he fired. Another way enemies could spot him. Every detail was calculated. Every shot was precise. The Soviets became obsessed with killing him. They sent their best counter-snipers. Simo killed them all. They launched artillery strikes on areas where they thought he was hiding. He moved before the shells landed. They sent entire squads to hunt him. He picked them off one by one. Soviet soldiers began to fear the forests. They called him Belaya Smrt, the White Death. Some refused to advance, terrified they would be his next target. By January 1940, Simo had over 200 confirmed kills. By February, over 400. He was killing an average of 5 Soviet soldiers per day. But it wasn't just rifle kills. Simo also used a Suomi KP/-31 submachine gun in close combat, adding over 200 more kills to his total. The Finnish command couldn't believe it. The Soviets couldn't stop it. Simo Häyhä had become a one-man army. March 6, 1940. Just days before the war would end, Simo was in position, hunting as always. Then, an explosive bullet struck him in the face. The impact was catastrophic. His jaw was shattered. Half his face was blown off. His fellow soldiers found him unconscious, bleeding in the snow. They thought he was dead. Simo was rushed to a field hospital. The doctors didn't think he would survive the night. But 11 days later, he woke up. His face was destroyed. He would need years of reconstructive surgery. But he was alive. The war ended the next day. Finland had held off the Soviet invasion, and Simo Häyhä, the White Death, had survived. Simo spent years recovering. He would never look the same, but he returned to his farm, living quietly as he always had. He rarely spoke about the war. When asked how he became such a deadly sniper, he simply said, "Practice." When asked if he regretted killing so many men, he replied, "I did what I was told to do as well as I could." Simo Häyhä lived to be 96 years old, dying peacefully in 2002. He never sought fame. He never boasted. He was just a farmer who defended his country. 542 confirmed kills, possibly over 700 in total, in just 100 days, in the most brutal conditions imaginable. Simo Häyhä remains the deadliest sniper in human history. No one has come close. The Soviet Union sent an army to crush Finland. One man, 5 feet tall, armed with an old rifle and iron will, became their nightmare. The White Death proved that courage, skill, and determination can overcome impossible odds. Thank you for watching WW2 War Files. If this story inspired you, subscribe and hit the bell. Next episode, the Beast of Jersey, the Nazi serial killer who was never punished. Leave a comment. Who is the most impressive soldier in history? Until next time, remember, in war, truth is the first casualty, and sometimes so is a lie.